Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. In just a couple of short months, all the parties are going off to their conferences. It is conference season. And for the SNP, they're doing that great big trek all the way up to Aberdeen. Nobody knows why they want to go so far away from where all their supporters are, but hey, they do like Aberdeen. Perhaps it's the only place willing to have them. Who knows? But it's going to be very uncomfortable as they all get there. It's not going to be a meeting of the like-minded. There's an awful lot of rifts and division in the SNP. And the person who is the least happiest of the happy campers is, of course, John Swinney. There's a lot of people now thinking his time has already come. They're descending, I think, into internecine fighting. There's various groups, power bases on all sorts of different subjects. But the big one, of course, is independence. And whilst they all claim they want it, they all want to do it through a different way. Unfortunately for them, though, any way that they try to do it, it just isn't going to work because independence can't happen. It won't happen. And so while they fight like gnats in a sack, to coin the phrase, it's going to be a very tense conference, and there's going to be a lot of ill feeling. There's threats of legal action. There's threats of anger directed towards John Swinney. The party is going through really a very difficult period, which I find absolutely marvellous to sit and watch from the outside. It is cracking, isn't it? They keep getting these by-election losses that come out of nowhere. And it's seen the First Minister facing several calls to go. So far, he's resisted the urge, as it were. But now they've got two scandals emerging. One is the party leader's independence plans, which the MSP candidates selected for next year, and it's led to a lot of internal strife within the party, and it threatens really to take over the whole of conference because of the anger that it's generating. Swinney outlined his proposal some time ago, if you remember, and I did the video on this about how we're going to break up the UK. You're not. And they said, we'll have to have a majority win for the SNP. Well, you had it before and it didn't happen because it ain't going to happen. Now, all the pollsters and that and all the experts, John Curtis and so forth, they all say the same thing. Ain't going to happen, mate. Not a chance in hell. Only because the party is polling so badly. I mean, it's not polling terribly badly, but it's not polling good enough. 30s. It will need a miracle to get close to the 2011 landslide. But his plans are already sort of being laughed and scoffed at. And others are saying, well, it ain't going to work. You're not going to get it. You have to go with all parties that are pro-independence and then see if we can get them. So it's a pro-independence majority, not a pro-SNP majority. But Swinney said they did this before, but it didn't shift the dial. It didn't do anything. Yeah, I know, and it ain't going to do anything this time either. Man's mental. But the copy of the SNP's draft agenda for its annual conference has showed that the resolution failed to get selected. And that's despite being supported by 43 of the local branches. And this has angered them greatly. Now, it's been dismissed by the conference committee. They're the ones that decide, who gets to say what motions are passed and so forth. They have the final power. But it is an anger-inducing slap in the face for these people. And they're willing to show it. And that's why there's 192 branches, I think, something like that. Someone correct me. And when a quarter of them are like angry because their motion has been reversed, then others will feel the pain. But the leadership is just refusing. It's refusing point blank to discuss it. And that's why Swinney's position is look to be so untenable. Will he survive? Probably. Will he survive long? Probably not. Wait and see. I can't see how anyone else can replace him at the moment. The only person that looks likely is Saturday Girl, but she has other fish to fry at the moment. Maybe they should get Stephen Flynn up, but would Flynn want it now? There's a lot of people who really don't like Flynn anymore after what he attempted last time. So there's no guarantee that Flynn could become leader. It's all it's all up in the air, isn't it? It's all a bit shit, but then it's the SNP. Everything to do with them is a bit shit. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Bye.